The root of burdock is one of the most flavoured roots. Okay, it's one of my favourite roots. In Japan, it's called gobo, and the roots can grow really, really big if they're in the right soil. And again, we pick them in the autumn of the first year and the spring of the second year. This is too old, okay? This is the autumn of the second year. You wouldn't dig the roots out of this, okay? It's gone and dusted, too tough and fibrous. What we can do with the roots, I'll take them out. They're crunchy, they have the texture kind of celery, they're watery, more like carrot in that sense, so they're not starchy like potato is, or sweet potato. I will bake them with parmesan on, just roast them in an oven, and that's it, job done. The leaf stalk, which I'll show you further down actually, is all the books, you read the wild food books maybe, all of them say yes, the leaf stalk of burdock is edible. I have yet to find anyone who has found a burdock leaf stalk, petiole it's called, that's tasty. It's disgusting. So when we see the books, we have to remember that they are telling us, yes, we can eat the leaf stalk. But every part of a plant has a life cycle, as much as the whole plant has a life cycle. A seed has a life cycle. The balsam we had over there, we had white seed, brown seed and black seed. The white seed is the milky phase, it's like the fresh pea in a pod state. The black seed is the dry seed, it's like your mallow peas that you buy in your supermarket. It's the hard peas that you have to rehydrate. So everything has a life cycle. Even a leaf stalk has a life cycle, a growth cycle. And so when they say leaf stalk, we have to figure it out. As a forager, it's my job to figure out when in the life cycle of that leaf stalk is it really flavoured. Because at the moment everyone thinks it's revolting. So where does that come from that you can eat the leaf stalk? Well, spring, February it was actually this year, on the estuary down where I live, I have a whole patch of it's about as wide as this and goes from most probably here to that third tree down there with the 3 branches. And it is like my garden. It is literally, there is so much food there. It's a real zone of abundance. So when I want food, I just go there. Yeah, I don't have to wander miles and miles, scan it out. Once you know your place and you've mapped it, it's just as easy as knowing when the plant's coming into season and you take yourself to it. So on the estuary, little shoots were coming up of this. The leaf was quite big of burdock, but the leaf stalk or the leaf stem was the thickness of a matchstick, maybe slightly thinner. I picked that and I ate that. That was really, really good eating. So that's when you pick your leaf stalk of the burdock to eat. Very, very early on, just as it's literally germinating. In the second year, another bit that the books don't really talk about, in the second year of this plant with the flower spike coming up, flower stalk coming up, before it's flowered, you cut it off and it can be this thickness, you know, 1 inch, 1 1/4 inches in diameter. We split it up the middle. We have this much food material and we dig out the pith. And the pith of burdock is the same kind of texture as an unripe Hass avocado. That same kind of taste. It doesn't taste like avocado, but it has that texture. Its flavour is, I don't like superimposing cultivated monoculture flavours onto wild flavours. Sometimes you can do it, but most of the time you can't. Burdock is its own flavour, that stem, but it's definitely something worth trying when you get it in the second year next season.